Hello and welcome to Indian Cybersecurity Solution. So, as we have planned and we are on the eve of independence, and from Indian Cybersecurity Solution, this is the day where we launch our Save product 3.0, an updated version which many people must have been waiting for the enterprise, by the Indian company, for the Indian startups and multinational companies across the globe. You're ready to see and witness the AI, how it unfolds, how it's helping it out, and most importantly, it is important that we need to see that how the next version of agentic AI will come into existence. We will show today what we are in 3.0 Save and what is our next promise coming on live on next on 28th of August with the agentic AI. So I'll share the screen. Let me know if my presentation is visible. So, as we all know, in the industry of security, more security tools, more findings, less clarity. So, what should we do to fix it? The problem is in the data. It's the decision intelligence. Now you have cloud, you have network, you have web, you have identity, you have dark web, you have SIEM, you have EDR tools, you have threat intelligence. Now what? Still the breaches happen. Still multiple companies get hacked. So let us introduce to Save 3.0, an AI-powered cyber decision intelligence. You can see, you can understand, you can prioritize, and you can act accordingly. So I'll move on to the demo, right? Just to the technical team. So this is our dashboard. So let us move to the main dashboard. So Save has all the infrastructure, right? So this is the main dashboard where you can see the security audit score on a scale of 10, which is showing that it is 6, right? So it's good enough, right? How many vulnerabilities have been detected on the left hand side? You can see 145 misconfigurations detected, right? What are the critical level of vulnerabilities? The security posture score is showed on the scale of 100, right? And the breach probability is 9.3. And this is where in the right hand side you can see the web score, the network score, the cloud score, the cloud misconfiguration scores, right? And the vulnerabilities distribution, how it is being distributed, the critical, high level, mid level, and low level vulnerabilities. Now once we go into the individual assets, right? So what we mean by assets is the web, the network, right, the cloud, right, and other details, right? So once we go into the web dashboard, you can see one of our example website which has been scanned, right? There are multiple assets that you can add on with this plus, and you can add on to the URL, right? So you can see what are the things that you can put in, right? One is importantly, you can see missing anti-clickjackings and all those things, the vulnerabilities, the scans which are there. I'm not scanning it right now because it will take time to scan the entire thing. This is how where you can put the URL, any URL you can put in, right? And you can scan, right? And then you can just see the vulnerabilities, right? So I'll go back to the dashboard which is already having the findings. Just hold on. I'll just go back and see the assets which have already been scanned earlier. So you can see the missing anti-clickjacking and all the vulnerabilities with the CVSS scores are mentioned, right? So if I go here and click on any mid-level vulnerabilities, right? What is this? Look, as a non-technical founder, right? If I don't have that capacity to hire an individual security team altogether, right, I'll not be able to secure my entire infrastructure in that sense, right? We are making global products for the world, right, with small teams and API integrations and everything. The problem statement is we need to secure our infrastructure. We need to secure our own companies and organizations which are making global products. When it comes to this AI based security, when it comes to save, it helps you to analyze and understand the security posture of the company. Even being a non-technical person, it becomes easier to find out if this tool runs behind. It'll give you what is the mid-level vulnerability. If it has a CVE and EPSS, it would have been shown out here, right? So the finding details are mentioned. The severity score is mentioned, medium, the confidentiality is high, the affected URL is mentioned, and the security, content security policies, and all those details or descriptions are mentioned. I can go into the analyze part and click, and then I go into the AI, right, wherein I can ask numerous questions which are already being out here. If you don't know what to be asked, right, these are the assistants which you can click on. So step by step remediation, if I click on this, it will go to the AI itself and start answering your questions, what to be done, what actions need to be taken. Once it answers, right, you can take down that, send it to your technical team, and you get it resolved. You scan it again, right, you'll find out what are the security posture. Now you can see this is the answer that the AI has given. You can go crawl up and see the detailed understanding of the vulnerability, what need to be taken, what actions to be done, right? And if you have any questions, you can ask again, right? Here is the chat which functions, right? You can ask out here. You can reach out to our technical team. Even we'll be adding on WhatsApp integration out here with the API, so that you can directly talk to the AI, like the human assistants out there, right, and help you to remediate those actions. Because see, this is the first line of defense. You know what is the vulnerability. This will not give you the POC, proof of concept, of how, till what extent it can be compromised. You can ask our technical team. They can assess manual penetration testing, right, and they can find out till what level it can be exploited. We are moving on to the agentic AI on the next part, right? So now we go to the web part is over. We go to the network. Now you know there in the network, it is public IP, range of IPs in the same network. You are a multinational company or different offices at different places, right? You can download the single agent, scan it across, and put it out there, the result, right? So what you can do is an endpoint security part even, right? If you have, for example, if I'm just using a network scan, right, if I click on that, it will take me to the net, like I need to download an agent. If I having an endpoint cell, if it's a public IP, you can directly give them the IP itself, right? You need to scan the private IP, or you need to download an agent. If I click on the agent, you have Windows, you have Linux, you have Mac OS to download. If I click on the Windows and then put on the download, it will go and download this agent. So I already have that agent being downloaded out here, right? So I'll just go and try to click on the agent, which shows out here, and you can see, and it is already scanning my entire system, right? So what I'll do is I'll go here and show you the results, which wherein you can see the graph, number of scans being done, right? Okay, so Mac OS, this is it is now detecting as unknown because it is still scanning, right? So this is the last scan. I can go to the 14th August, this one, okay, and see, right? So there's total security score. This is the network score. Zero findings, as there's no vulnerabilities in that sense. If that would have been a vulnerability, you can ask the AI out here which assets need to be needed, critical findings are there. Okay, what it can be done, right? Is my network secure? You have any other questions, you can ask and go into the AI and do so, right? Here in the exposure watch, you have list of CVEs. What are the things? Now you can see here the coverage limitations, and it is scanning for TCP ports, UDP ports, OS detection, web service handover, CVE correlation, service detection, TLS and service configuration, authentication and host posture, everything being mentioned out here, right? So definitely this is a kind of a technical aspects of it, right, of this network scan, right? We can go to the cloud dashboard, wherein you have, just hold on, I have the cloud wherein you have AWS, you have Azure, you have GCP, Google Cloud, and you have Oracle, right? So if I click on AWS, for example, I'll just click on here and I can see what are the, because already scans have been done, right? What I need to give is the security key and the access key, right? And then you have AI security analysis, you have attack scenarios. You can click on this, you can see what are the attack scenarios out here, right? Review the evidences, okay, here, right? You have the reports that can be downloaded in the CVSS like PDF format. If I click on this PDF format, it gets downloaded, right? Once I click on this, it gets downloaded out here. I'll click on it and able to see the cloud security report. So all the report, what are the findings, misconfigurations, it scan for the public IP for vulnerabilities, it'll scan on the application itself for OWSP top 10 vulnerabilities and give you the report. You can go to the AI and ask for the remediations as well, right? So executive dashboard, if I go here, I can click on is my cloud secure, or what should I fix first. If I click on this, you go to the AI and then it passes on and it gives you the remediation in that sense, what to be done, which actions to be taken, and then you can continue the chat, where to go, what to be done. You can then ask, take this chat and forward it to your technical team who can do the configurations and things and do the changes, and then again you can scan for this, right? Same for Azure, right? You can do this, right? These are the datas available. You have a legacy dashboard which you can, the previous one. So right now you can see what are the vulnerabilities of that Azure, because this is a demo version of the Azure itself. It doesn't have anything, any like just the security key and the infrastructure has been just been uploaded. So to show you the things, right? The critical assets and high, and this is the entire dashboard which you can see AWS, Azure, GCP, right? What are the resources out there you have, and this findings, okay, assets, then findings are 11, right? These are the asset inventory, the risk registry, the critical one you can see here in the Azure, one critical infrastructure is there. If I can click on this, it'll go to the AI. Okay, I can export it in Jira payload, like I can do it, right? I can open the analysis, AI analysis, right? And I can go and I can ask for any questions, for like suggestion questions. I can add attack, mitra attack mapping I can do, and then I can just wait for it so it can show you, technically help you out how it can be done, right? So this is something which is very much important nowadays. With the AI help, you can definitely do it. This is a cloud-based infrastructure altogether, right? Subscription-based pricing model. It becomes very easy. So for all the companies, startup, multinational companies, mid-sized companies, if you are ready to see the demo, please visit our website, see the demo. You'll be able to see how it is easier to manage the things, because you have so many applications, so many cybersecurity tools that you're working with, right? The threat intelligence and everything, the AI decision making is much more important. You need to prioritize the risk, what to be done and when to be done, because even with tools, big companies are getting hacked, even with all the security, because you know security comes at a cost of convenience. We are making sure that that conveniency factor is important for us. So for the customers who are using this dashboard, security conveniences part is reduced in that sense. It's helping you out to become more convenient in that, right? So we have WordPress sites as well, right? So herein we have the plugin for WordPress, right? So you can have that your website and then your company website name, right? You can give the URL of the WordPress, you can download it, the plugin, you can upload it, right, in the WordPress dashboard, right? And then it can work accordingly. The same part which you have shown in the website dashboard, web dashboard, you can do that, right? When it comes to the Markdarshak is an AI phishing detection tool which we already launched last time. You can see it is there in the Chrome as a Chrome plugin or extension, as you know. So it is now also available in Save dashboard for the corporate people as well, in the corporate organizations, right? So wherein you can scan for things, right? You can scan any URL, find out. You can upload any kind of like files as well. So it checks with the VirusTotal API and other APIs as well, open source APIs as well as paid APIs are also there, right? Which an organization can purchase. Keep it out here so that it gives you an all-round 360 security in this part, right? When it comes to the dark web exposure, you can just give your email ID out here, right, and then scan, right? It will show what we are using. We are using the Tor index, the Onion search Tor, right? These are the open source things, right? Whereas you can use breach directory, dehashed, have I been pawned, Hudson Rock, right, and Intelligence X, right, and Leak Check. These are all the things which are open source, and dark web exposure applications which are paid in that sense. Like you need to purchase those APIs as an organization. If you want to maximize your security, leverage it accordingly, you can purchase that and you can use it here. So you can protect your company's people, their email IDs, if they're exposed in the dark web or not, right? How you can like secure your entire infrastructure in that sense, because this is completely securing your entire infrastructure. And most importantly, we are not competing with any of the cybersecurity tools, because if you have any pre-existing cybersecurity tool, you have a SIEM, you have a tool, you have any kind of cybersecurity tool, with the help of read-only API, we are taking in the data with the we putting it out here in the AI, and that AI is helping out, assisting out to take intelligent decisions to secure your entire infrastructure, right? So this is something which we have built in. This is the latest version of Save 3.0. We'll be coming up with the Save AI. I'll just move on to my presentation again. So as you have seen, the scanners found the problems, the Save 3.0 found the priority. Now we can see, you can understand, and you can prioritize. Now, what if the Save just tells Save don't just tells you what to do? What if it could help you to do it? Right now, that is important. Now, it detects, it investigates, it decides, it remediates, and it verifies, and then the agentic AI comes into existence. So on next 28th of August, we'll be happy to launch the Save 3.1 as well, with better decisions you can take. You can see, you can understand, you can prioritize, you can act from findings to decisions, right? So, and also we want to make sure that we explain it to the partners, future partners or investors. We are ready to take Save 3.0 and 3.1 in the coming future globally, right? So we are a bootstrap company. We are not funded, right? We didn't go for funding because we wanted to have that freedom to invest, to innovate with our Indian Institute of Cybersecurity, opening different center of excellences at different places in different universities, right? That helped us to do more research and make it more robust, and most importantly, made in India product for the globe, right? And that is where we stand, right? So where the product is ready, the growth traction, you can see, we are enterprise, the MSSPs and the partners are already on board. The global ambition, build and scale, this is designed for the world and massive market. This is the place where the market lies. They need as AI, agentic AI doing the things, right? Definitely the accountability comes to the human. It will ask questions for remediation, but that is where we stand in, right? So partnering with us will help you. What we seek: strategic investment to accelerate global go-to-market partnership and research and development and scale. What we don't seek, we don't need hand holding. We need aligned beliefs, right? Our teams, we are selective. We believe in value, not just valuation. And our mission: make cyber decisions intelligence and with a global standard. What we offer investors is high growth potential, global scalability, strong moat, and attractive returns. So we are open for investments as well. This is the sneak peek of the next launch, which will be having Save 3.1 with the Save AI taking into full mainframe, right, where it will take the main decision making, right. It will ask you for prompt answers, like permissions in that sense, and then it will do automatically what is required. Thank you all for being such a kind audience, and this is where we launch the product, right. We are happy to give you demos, and that will be something which we'll be really looking forward for all the investors or all stakeholders who comes in, right. And for all the companies, because we have been assisting companies in doing VAPTs. We have clients across the globe, in Middle East, in Europe, in US as well. So we are looking forward for them to help us to take this globally. And also the managed security service providers, MSSPs, we are looking for partnering with them, right. If you're looking for a hand holding demo, right, we will be ready to do so. Reach out to us. You can reach out to our website. You can see our subscription pricing model out there, right. Thank you all, and have a safe cyberspace. We are ready to do it. With this motto, we end our today's launching session. Thank you.